always.
Oh, you should show everyone your Vietnamese. I forgot to ask you.
Xin lỗi. Bye.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
I'm very ready.
Hey. Can you hear us?
I hope so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hello everyone. My name is Dương.
And my name is Frida.
And where are you from?
I'm from Norway.
So today we're going to learn about Frida and Norway and Frida's experience here in Vietnam. So I hope that this video can help you learn a bit of English and also learn about those three very important points. Okay, so first, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes. My name is Frida and I'm 21 years old. And I come from a city called Bergen, which is situated on the west of Norway. And I have been in Vietnam for 4 weeks, and it's a part of my 3 months of traveling. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed my stay. And I've been working for 4 weeks.
Yes, let's talk about this trip, right? So we've been to
Indonesia, to Bali, and then I've been here. And then I'm going to Laos and Thailand.
Do you travel a lot?
I think yes. Yes, I do. I travel like once a year maybe, but this is like the first big travel I've done alone. Yeah. So usually I will travel with my family for summer vacations, but yeah, this year I had the opportunity to go alone and a bit further.
Yeah. What is your motivation, or what is your goal, or what can you learn from traveling around?
Yeah. I don't know, for me it's like I really want to experience the different cultures. That's why I've decided to do like the volunteer experience, to come close to the cultures, but also just like experience different part of the world. I've been a lot in Europe, and even though Europe is beautiful, it's kind of like more similar to each other. So it's been really nice to like go outside of Europe and kind of seeing different ways of living and taste different food. And
so you mentioned you're 21 years old, right? Okay, so very important questions. How do you have money to go around? Because a lot of people are curious, like Westerners, people from the West travel a lot to Vietnam, right? But from what I can observe, right, a lot of people, like students in Vietnam, they have to focus on learning and then working, and then before that, I mean, after a few years, they could afford traveling around.
I see that. I think it's more of a culture in Norway to do like gap years. So I'm on my 3rd gap year. So the earlier gap years I've been working and saving money in order to do the travel. So it's not that you have to go right into study. A lot of people want some time off in between the university and high school. So you would then work and then you save money and you're able to travel.
So having gap years is not a thing here.
I've heard,
and you have 3 years.
I don't think that is that normal, but a lot of people, even some people go right into work and never goes to university. It's like, I think it's more of a culture in Norway to do a bit. It's not that much expectations to you. It is expectations, but it's not like it's an expectation of going right into study after school, right?
I think it's important to have some time for you to discover yourself first before you really decide to get into university when you focus on learning something, right?
Absolutely,
Because I think, from my example as well, I didn't know what to study, so just went to the things that I could go. But like you said, it's very important to have some time, like to work or to travel, to know about yourself first, and then after that you can decide. Right?
I think it also helps you kind of get a clearer mind, or not necessarily, but for me it's helped me like realize what I want to do, like what I want to study. I was not sure when going out of school, but now I've have time to test different jobs, as well as I've like traveled and get to know myself better. So I'm more secure now going into studies, and I think that is nice.
Yeah, that links to the next one is about like school system there.
School system.
So here we have kindergarten and then elementary school and then high school, like middle school and high school, right? And then after that, you go right into like university.
University, yeah.
But I wonder about the age and the schools there. Yeah.
So we start at school at 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
After the summer vacation in Norway, and then we have 10 years of like first is 7 years at elementary school, and then we have like the middle school, and everyone has to do the 10 years.
So straight.
Yeah,
10 years.
10 years, and then you can go into high school or like the last part of school, and you can choose a bit more what you want to do. So I went to a dance line, like I did dancing every day, as well as like doing the other subjects like history and the subjects everyone have.
So habit school, as you told me.
No, but that was later on again. This was actually like a part of the school everyone has to do in Norway. But just the 3 last years of school, you can kind of choose a bit more if you want to be more practical, or if you want to do like the university kind of.
Yep.
Like you have all the subjects, so you can go into university. So then you can. Some people choose to like do electricity line, so they can basically have 4 years of that last part of school and go right into work. They don't even have to go to university.
Yeah. So how many hours do you have to study every day? Or did
every day? Usually school will start like at 8:30, and then it will be done from between 2 till 4. So it depends a bit. But then usually after school you will maybe have half an hour of homeworks, and that's So you mentioned there's some subjects that you can learn outdoor, right? Yeah.
What is that subject?
So we have a lot of like the physical education in Norway is a lot based on the outdoors. Not everywhere in Norway, but a lot of parts of Norway you can they will be a lot outdoors and learn stuff while being outside.
I find that very interesting.
Especially for the younger kids that maybe a bit like had just come into school and they're coming from kindergarten where they didn't learn a lot. Then it's really nice to like combine the learning with like activity outdoor, where maybe they will pick up stuff better, as well as it's more exciting for them. So
here we have like kind of extra classes, right, outside of school. So where people go to those extra classes to learn like ahead of all the things in school, but we try to learn something ahead of time. So do you have that in Norway then?
Like outside of school, I don't think a lot of people do that. No. Usually you would then it will be like the parents that will, if they want you to be like ahead of time or like ahead of someone, they will sit down and learn that to you. So no, I don't think it's a big culture of it, but maybe I'm just not known for that. It could be, but I've not heard a lot about it. So.
What do you do for fun outside of school? Now, when you were a kid?
When I were a kid? Well, I've danced my whole life, so I've done a lot of dance classes outside of school as well. I've done theater and handball.
Theater?
Yeah, I've done,
Okay. Can you dance now?
Nah. Don't put me on the spot.
You are very energetic. 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 You're very energetic. Girl.
Yeah, I really like to be moving. So no, it's been nice. But I'm also appreciating like a good board game at home or just a chill night. I think I'm good at both.
So do you think Norwegians in general love sports? And what kind of sports do you play?
Oh, it's a lot. I think maybe football or soccer is the biggest one. And then you have handball, which is also a big one. Volleyball is quite big. And then we have a lot of winter sports. So
that's
alpine
right.
skiing, cross-country skiing.
Snow all around.
Basketball, some people do. I think like in general we have like a big culture for sport. Like kids get into sport at young ages, and it's kind of like something that's a part of their everyday life until they're.
When I asked you the first time, do you know how to swim? It's like, of course. It's like, but here, a lot of people don't know how to swim. So that's the questions I find is interesting when you say, of course. It's like,
yeah,
of course.
Well, that's something you learn in school, right?
No.
For us,
no.
Yeah.
For you, yeah.
It's a subject, so
I think it's very important.
Yeah.
It's like not just a sport, but a survival skills.
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
Let's talk about Norway.
Norway.
Yeah. Are you ready for some very quick questions? Rabbit questions. Okay.
For it. Yeah.
Ready? Population?
5 million.
The capital city of Norway?
It's Oslo.
The biggest religion there?
Christianity.
Main official language?
That's Norwegian.
And other than that, then most people.
We have two languages in Norway. It's Norwegian and then the Sami, the indigenous people language.
Yeah.
But then a lot of all Norwegian basically know English.
You don't know how to speak Sami.
I don't know how to speak that. But if you go up north in Norway, all road signs is in both languages.
And a lot of people speak English as well.
Yeah. It's almost all of the population of Norway knows.
Do you know why?
I think it's we're so exposed for every movie, TV, YouTube, everything is in English. We don't have that much voiceovers. So from a young age, we learn to watch English televisions with Norwegian text, and just because of that, and combined with what we learn in school, we're getting very used to it. Or we hear it a lot, so we learn it quick, I think. But I think the old people of Norway that haven't had that much movies or social media and stuff that, they're not that good. You can tell a big difference between the young people and the old people.
Yeah, let's say your mom and your dad. Do they speak?
They're quite good, but my mom is an English teacher, so she should be good.
You never tell me.
Well, she is.
That's why.
My grandparents. My boyfriend is English speaking, and my grandparents are always a bit shaky around him if they have to speak English and not Norwegian. so there you can tell a big difference. But I think the generation of my mom's or my parents, they're also quite good, because we're also very close to other countries. So we have to if we're traveling, we have to speak English, right? So it's
Can your boyfriend speak Norwegian?
No, he's actually okay, but he doesn't like it that much because he doesn't feel that confident. But he will do it to my grandparents if they.
Why Norwegians so rich?
Well, I think obviously with oil. We found oil, and then that made the country really rich.
You know the history behind that?
In 1969, I think some Americans came to Norway to see if they can find oil outside of the North Sea.
Yeah.
And they tried a bit, and then suddenly they found some oil, and then since then it just exploded because it's so much oil. So we're exporting a lot. We don't use a lot of oil ourselves because we.
But you export that.
Yeah, we export it to other countries, so we earn a lot of money on it. So we have a big fund that's called the oil fund.
Yeah, I've read about that.
A lot of money.
So if you compare to the two other Scandinavian countries,
yeah.
Can you repeat that?
Scandinavian
countries, right? So Sweden and Denmark, right? Norway is 50% richer.
Yeah, I think both Sweden and Denmark are really rich, but they have other stuff that's kind of their thing. Sweden has a lot of big brands, and they're earning money in a different way. But I think Norway is very lucky with their oil, and they have we have a good system that makes
techniques, and then not just lucky.
Yeah.
All right, that's export. The biggest export is oil.
Yeah.
And what do you need to buy from other countries?
From other countries. I think Norway really wants to be self-sufficient. Is that self-sufficient? So in the stores you see a lot of Norwegian brands, but of course it's a lot of things you can't grow in Norway because of the cold weather. So a lot of fruits are exported.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And rice and a lot of yeah, like food from the tropical places. I think it's exported.
Yeah, imagine the country. There's winter and snow a lot. Then and the other day you saw the first time you saw the banana flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can imagine you don't have it.
Yeah, no, we have it all.
So I imagine fruits there will be very expensive.
It is quite expensive. We can grow our own. That's kind of funny because we grow our own like strawberries and like the berries, but only in like summertime. And because it's like such like a cramped period of time, the Norwegian berries are even more expensive. Yeah, they're super expensive. So I think in some way it's almost less expensive to get the berries at least exported, imported. But yeah, no. But we eat a lot of potatoes and meat, so we try to be very like self. But of course, like it's
that's off the rabbit questions. Independence Day.
Independence Day, 17th of May.
Most famous food or dish.
Brunost, brown cheese. It's like a cheese.
Do you like it?
I love it, and I miss it.
Okay, can you spell it?
It's BRUNOST.
Okay, let's talk about your experience here in Vietnam.
In Vietnam,
right?
Yeah.
How long have you been here again?
I've been here for 4 weeks now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And are there many places you've been to around?
I mostly stayed here, but we've been to Hanoi, obviously, and Ninh Binh.
Yeah.
We've been to. I have been to Ha Giang. I managed to squeeze that in. And we were on a hike the other day at
Yên Bái.
Bai.
Yên Bái.
Yên Bai.
You know the peak? Do you remember the name of the peak? Ta Chi Nhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 7th highest peak in Vietnam. Okay, so for everyone don't know, we're living in Ba Vy. So yeah, most of the time we stay here, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I've experienced a lot, even though I maybe haven't been around that many places.
I would say that if you only visit Hanoi, the city of Hanoi, or inside the city of Ho Chi Minh, big cities, right? Those places are for mostly for people to go to work there. But real Vietnamese culture, you find it in the countryside.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can agree with that.
Let's talk about things that you like, things that you don't like, things that you want. If you could change one thing about Vietnam, then what would it be? So 3 things, right?
3 things, okay.
Yeah.
Things I like. I really like the people, especially in the countryside. Everyone is like very friendly.
Yeah.
And that's very like unlike Norway. They're very like talkative and will meet you with their eyes and smile, and I don't know, it's kind of I can't radiate. But they all just seem very like warm and welcoming, and that's very nice. Yeah, and then I like how close families are. You can you see the bond between the family and how important family is for the culture and your people in general, and I really like that. What I don't like, I struggle a bit with the food. Some of the food, I think a lot of it is good, but like for me it's a bit insane. Like you guys, I feel like you eat all the animals like that is around you, frogs and even chicken. I like chicken, but you eat the whole chicken, and that's so weird to me.
In Norway, you can just go to the store and buy like a slice of it, right?
You always buy like slices of stuff,
but you've never seen the whole.
And like when you go to the markets and they sell living chickens, that is insane to me.
And you thought they were selling pets.
Yeah, because it's so weird or like obscure to me. So yeah, that is
for the record. It's not just Vietnam. You go around the Southeast Asian country, you see the same things.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. And I really like the nature in Vietnam, and the fact that you guys have like a variety of of stuff to do. Like we can go climb a mountain, but we can go down to the beach, and then you have Ninh Binh, which is like, it's a lot of places to see and a lot of different landscape. Yeah, so it's really nice.
If you could change one thing about Vietnam or about some of the places that you've been to, then what would it be?
That I will be able to communicate with more people. That's a bit of a big wish.
English, right?
Yeah.
So not a lot of people speak English here.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I wish I could understand people. Because stranger will look at me and then say something to me, and I will just stand there like a question mark, because I can't understand them. So that's
two ways you can learn Vietnamese. Or people here. or we should learn more English, right?
Well, you're working on that.
right.
Yeah, no, I could have maybe put in some more effort in learning Vietnamese, but it has been hard.
But at least you've learned some words, right?
I've learned some words, No, so that's the only thing, I think.
Yeah. So for going back to Norway, for people who has never been there before, and maybe they're planning to go to Norway, then do you have any advice for them?
For people when they go to Norway, I think like Vietnamese people or in general?
For everyone.
Everyone?
Okay, so for Vietnamese, because for everyone it's like next to Norway, then they know.
They know, but I think maybe you're going to be a bit shocked about like how people behave. Like we're very to ourselves, like we don't want to disturb anyone. Like so at a bus, for example,
don't say anything.
No, we don't say anything, and usually we will try not to sit next to each other as well. So people will maybe often stand instead of sitting next to a person. So like it's a two-seater, but it depends a bit. If the bus is full, people will sit next to each other, but usually like it's a weird culture where you don't want to like disturb anyone, and so you kind of keep to yourself and don't talk with strangers, and so that will maybe be a bit of a culture shock, I think. Other than that, it's a lot to experience in Norway.
Bring warm clothes.
Warm clothes, hiking shoes, and you're good. In the mountains, actually, we have a bit of a different culture. So there, we will say hi to each other. So hiking is it's fun. If you go to Norway, you should try to at least climb some. And we don't have very tall mountains, so I think it's quite like accessible in a way. Other than that, it's expensive, of course.
Bring a lot of money.
Unfortunately, it is expensive. Other than that, I think it's you have to kind of experience it too.
What should we learn, like in Norwegian language? What should we learn? What is the most important phrase?
Oh wow. Well, I guess like hello and thank you. Hello is hallo. Hallo. And then thank you is takk. Takk.
Oh, this one I've learned many times. Takk. So in I imagine in Dutch or something, in some other languages they also say that, right?
That could be,
Takk.
I know hallo as well, they say in German.
Hallo. Hallo.
We can also say hi. So it's a bit
and
of similarities.
Okay.
I think that's maybe the most important, or else like people in Norway understand English pretty well, so you will be able to communicate with people if you know English.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers?
I think that's it. I can't come up with something right now.
Okay, thank you for your time.
I've enjoyed Vietnam.
You should go back, right? You have to go back.
I will come back. You know I will come back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Great.
I look like a snowman.
You look so white.